Welcome to Happy Money. I'm your host, Julia Dennison. The best investment is the one that you make in yourself. Think of this show as your weekly coffee chat about how to feel good about your finances. Every week, we'll dive into real talk, smart strategies, and inspiring stories that make managing money feel less intimidating and a whole lot more empowering. This episode, I'm thrilled to be joined by Giuliana and Bill Rancic, who are now bringing a taste of Italy straight to your dining table through their new Mama DePandi line of sauces, pastas, and more. We'll talk about what it means to invest in yourself, how to grow together as partners in both life and business, and why the happiest money decisions aren't always the biggest ones. I hope you enjoy it. Welcome to Happy Money. I am Julia Dennison. I'm your host with Women's World Magazine, and we are here with TV's power couple, Giuliana and Bill Rancic. We talk a lot about money and relationships, and obviously you guys are married and also business partners.
We are in a lot of businesses.
I can imagine there's a lot of blurred lines there and boundaries. Yes. How do you kind of navigate those roles between your relationship and business?
I mean, I'll tell you, so Bill and I have restaurants together. I mean, we have a few different businesses
Prosecco
together.
Company.
Oh, yes. We have a Prosecco together. I guess to just break it down, I was more of the creative and Bill's more of the business when it comes to the sauce.
Okay.
Because I had never had experience in the grocery world, you know, in that whole business. I really didn't know much about it. But what I did know was how to get my mom's sauce to be my mom's sauce in a jar, right? The exact sauce. And also the design, you know, just everything, just like really, you know, which products my mom wanted to spotlight, like what she really wanted to create for everyone. And so I would say I did kind of like the first half. Those were where my strengths were. And then Bill is so amazing at like, but he's very good at like for instance, when we were talking about the price, it's unheard of for, you know, a new brand to come out at a price that's already as competitive as brands that have been around for years and years that are already huge, right?
Right.
And for us, we took so much time in like, okay, we strategized, like, how do we launch this line at a time and strategically that we can then pass the savings on to the customer and be already at a really strong price point. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
And so we had to kind of work behind the scenes of making sure that like when we launched, we would be in a lot of stores quickly because that volume is the name of the game.
Right.
Volume is the name of the game. I have a line on Home Shopping Network on HSN, and I've had it 13 years, and I know volume is the name of the game. That's why I'm able to sell premium denim at $49.
Right.
And if I was in a boutique or department store, they'd be $149 or $249. So like Bill actually was like such a great, to be honest, he was a great teacher to me of that. He's an amazing business person. He has a great business mind and he knows, I'm not kidding.
Right,
He knows
no,
I'm not trying to say
too many compliments. Too many compliments.
You won The Apprentice though back in
You did.
So you're the business guy.
He is the business guy. But the answer to your question is you have to recognize your strengths and the other person's strengths, not necessarily like your weakness, but more like what are my strengths and what are Bill's strengths? Right. And let us like own those and really shine.
Yeah, I always say, you know, in business, you have to think like the conductor of an orchestra, right? And the conductor of an orchestra doesn't play every instrument himself or herself, but he finds the best violinist and saxophone, trombone, whatever the heck is in an orchestra. And he finds the best people he can to play those instruments. And that's kind of how you do a business. So for us with the Mama DePandis, you know, we got a great distributor, Gourmet Foods International. They're based in Atlanta. Brian Scott, the president of the company, he's amazing.
Very supportive.
Very supportive. And then you get great partnerships with retailers. The whole Kroger team has been great, you know.
That's great.
We're going to be in Central Market in Texas, right, which is owned by H-E-B. We're working with Target now
wow, that's
in
great.
Minneapolis. Yeah, so, you know, you got to find people that are going to get behind it and support it.
Yep.
And you have to over-deliver for your customers.
Right.
I think that's the most important thing.
Well, that tees me up perfectly for the next segment, which we call Happy Money, Happy Couple. Who made the last big purchase and what was it?
It was Bill.
I bought a boat.
He bought a boat.
Bought a boat.
I bought a boat.
Speaking of things that go down in value.
Yeah. No, that was not my finest. And I don't advocate.
Listen, in your own happiness.
Listen.
Self-care.
Say he buys things that go up in value.
I think, listen, you do have to enjoy life too.
That's true.
And, you know, I think that if you buy it right, you know.
Okay. He buys stuff right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got the best deal you could possibly get on that boat.
I like to think I did.
Yes. He is like that. He definitely buys things right. He does not like just go, oh, like this new thing's coming out next year. I want to be first in line for it. I'm going to overpay.
Okay.
He's not like that.
He's like,
no. So he waits. He's right. You're patient. You had he's a boater. He actually Bill's first business, one of his first businesses when he was a teenager, was a boat wax and wash business. So he's always been around these beautiful boats. And I always dreamt of having a boat.
Oh, now you finally have one.
Yeah. And so I love that. And I support because it's incredible.
Well, you wanted it too. It wasn't like you're making it sound like this philanthropic effort that you're, you know.
He's right. I enjoy it too.
Okay, I'm sure. Who wouldn't enjoy the boat?
I do enjoy it.
Who orders the most stuff online?
Oh,
for
Juliana.
Sure. Not even
my
question.
Lord. And a lot of it's her own stuff from Home Shopping Network, which is weird. Like G by Juliana packages are coming to our house.
That's like a kind of a return on investment, you know, like, I guess.
So can I tell you why though? It is he's always like, I don't understand why like you buy all this stuff online. You for full price, your own stuff. Yeah. I'm like, well, Bill, let me explain. So I get one of each piece of clothing in my size.
Okay.
But sometimes I just love things so much and I get worried because I wear them so much that I think, oh, well, that great t-shirt, I need another one of that one. So like this, for instance, this little faux suede top.
Oh, yeah.
This might be something I might buy in another color or I might buy it again just because I'm like, well, what if like it gets dirty? I don't know.
It's like it's a classic. Fear of selling out. Like you're worried.
Fear of selling out. And this has happened to me where like I love something and I wear it so much and or, you know, I just want like, you just wear it a lot and you just want, and also, by the way, my stuff is so affordable. Like the top's like $49, right? So it's like, if I love it that much and I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of it, I'll buy it. Most of my online shopping is not clothing, though. Okay. I'm going to be honest.
All right. Yeah. What kind of things?
It's a lot of like knickknacks.
Knickknacks. What kind of knickknacks?
Just stuff for the house.
Okay.
Like
she's a hoarder.
No, I'm not.
Amazon? Are we talking Amazon?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of Amazon. You know, so I now have 4 dogs. We now have 4 dogs.
Okay. Wow.
And so
that's a sore subject.
Stop. He loves them. You love them though. So much.
Just as much as you love his boat.
Yes. It's like boat dogs.
You're not helping me here.
All I was going to say is anything that is served to me on Instagram or TikTok that has to do with a dog or any sort of like a dog sling, new dog treat,
you're like, here's my credit collar.
I'm like, you got me. You got me. A lot of dog stuff coming to the house.
Who was the last one to have the wildest business idea?
Probably Juliana.
Okay.
You come up with some wacky stuff. You had... You designed some pillow you wanted to come out with.
I'm working on that.
Okay.
Built-in pillow eye shade thing. I don't even know.
Okay, don't tell my ideas.
No, there's some very interesting ideas that she's come up with.
There's a lot. So here's what I'm going to say though. So, and Bill has said this about me, and I take this as a big compliment. He's always like, I have never met anyone who can dream so big, who just comes up with these ideas and can dream so big. And for me, like, I feel like for anyone out there, right? Like no dream is too big. Like, I think that's so important. That's half the battle is feeling like I have this idea and I'm going to do everything I can to make it happen. Because oftentimes it's, I have this idea, but like, there's no way I'm ever going to make it happen.
Right.
And I don't ever have that attitude at all. There have been times where I've tried and it hasn't happened, and that's okay, but at least I tried. Right.
And how do you kind of navigate that as a couple? Like in terms of, do you believe in having separate bank accounts or combining all your money? And like, what if you have like one of you wants something that's like a really big dream and the other doesn't necessarily agree?
We started out separate and then it just kind of,
do you guys have like,
we're 20 years in now. So
do you have like how do you kind of handle your finances as a couple? Do you get together to talk about it?
I try to get together with her, but she takes a nap, she falls asleep, and it's like we get like our financial people and they come and meet with us, and she'll stay for 5 minutes and be like, I got to get on a call. I'm like, no, like, because if something happens to me, you need to know. Right. Like,
I kid you not, our guy, is he called a financial manager? I don't even know this stuff. What's his? I mean,
like one of our
like a financial advisor.
Yeah.
He's lovely. We love him. Joe. And Joe literally like once a year we'll meet him at RPM at one of our restaurants and we sit in the booth and like literally Joe has looked over at me and he's like, are you awake? Like I literally, this is I'm like,
care less.
I literally fall asleep because can I tell you what it is? And he knows this. What am I going to say about me and money and like all that stuff? How I'm not like, well, I don't do it. There is no part of me ever since even day one, right? My first day on E or before my first job at 16. I love work. I love the hustle. I love work.
Yeah, you have a very weird relationship with money.
Okay, no, Bill, we don't want to get into that.
No, but because like for little things, it'll drive. Like I'm not spending $9.99 on this.
I relate.
But yet, if it's a $5,000 handbag, it's not a problem. Like this is the most.
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
I'm sorry. Wait, what were you saying about a boat?
No. That was a team.
Yeah.
You guys are really bullying.
Were you meant to say that was a team effort?
You guys are ganging up on me.
This is woman's world.
I get it. I'm living in a woman's world.
You are.
I have three older sisters, so
he does have three.
You've been in a woman's world for a long time.
Yeah, but I think your relationship with money is a little skewed. Like you will worry about the small things and you won't sit through a meeting with
She's got you
with the financial guru.
You're right. I've got him. Yeah. You know what it is? You're right. I have this sense of security with Bill. That is true because I know that Bill's like the most trusting, honest person. Everyone who knows that about Bill. He is like cut from the best cloth of when it comes to like loyalty and honesty.
Very loyal.
He's very loyal. He's very honest. Like he can't sleep at night if he thinks maybe you misunderstood something he said. Yeah. That's how much he wants everything to be so transparent.
I love that.
So I never have to worry with Bill. So I just feel like he's so good at like keeping track of everything. And for me, it allows me to just keep dreaming.
Yeah.
Keep dreaming. Keep thinking of pillows that incorporate face masks. I'm telling you, I'll send you. I'm on a prototype right now. I'll send it to you. It's a really cool idea.
No, like here's another example.
No, Bill,
just a short example. Don't get the Uber Black, get the Uber Comfort.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, and then,
not even Comfort.
And then, hold on. On the flip side, she wanted to buy a 34-acre home with a polo field to create a dog shelter.
Perfect.
So I'm like, wait a minute. You want me to
obviously
go no Uber Black, but you're going to buy this retired polo farm with all these beautiful. The horse stalls were nicer than most people's apartments.
Seems legit to me.
I was going to create a dog sanctuary. So I wanted a place, and I'm still doing this, by the way. So I'm going to get there somehow. But basically, it's a place where dogs who are on urgent at the shelter, until we find them a foster or someone to adopt them, would come to my sanctuary.
Right.
And we could save them.
I like that.
They come to my sanctuary.
But I'm going to take Uber X instead of Uber Black.
You know what? It's a balance.
Yes.
And so
obviously I'm not going to win this.
But anyway, I don't even take Uber Comfort. I take Uber X, and I took Lyft this morning. Thank you, because I saved $10.
Every day is a new day to make financial decisions.
Yes,
that's what I say.
Amen.
I have a 9-year-old. Duke is 13.
Yes.
How do you kind of first of all, I think 13 is still Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha is like the Amazon shopping generation. Like they want to buy stuff.
That's true.
He's a consumer.
How do you kind of pass along that sort of your money advice to Duke? Or can you? Or do you have any tips?
I think a lot of it is by example. We're just going to have to do it by example.
Yeah.
And he does see. He knows how I am for sure, that I am not a spender. So I'm just hoping that eventually...
Teaching him to save.
Yes, because right now it's not like that. These kids think that money grows on trees.
Right.
And I guess we all thought that, I guess, when you're a kid, but now especially, I feel like.
But it also has to do with when your kids go to school.
Yeah.
It's the other kids and their parents. So you're trying to instill values, but when an 8th grader is wearing a Rolex,
I know.
What's up with that?
This generation,
man?
I don't know. We can have a whole other podcast on how to crack that, because I'm still trying to figure it out.
I'm a Midwest guy.
Every day.
We don't do that.
You are here to talk about Mama DePandi Sauces.
Yes.
Which is, tell me a little bit about the backstory there and how it launched and what the idea was and where you got to where you are today.
So I was born in Naples, Italy, and my family moved here when I was a little girl. And my mom has always been known as that mom who makes the best Italian food, right? Because it's authentic Italian food. In fact, I remember I used to come home from school and friends would come home with me after school. And my mom would have big bowls of pasta waiting for us on the table at 3:30. And everyone's like, wait, is it dinner? What is this, lunch, dinner? And I'm like,
it doesn't matter.
It's just a snack in my house. Yeah. It's my mom just feeding us, 10 times a day. But, so basically Bill and I got married, and then in Chicago, we opened an Italian restaurant about 15 years ago called RPM Italian, which we now have several of them. It took off, but the number one bestseller every night, nothing's ever beat it, is Mama DePandi's Bucatini Pomodoro, which is my mom's signature dish.
I love bucatini. That sounds delicious.
You do?
Oh my
I
God,
love that you love that.
Well, we
It's
brought
my
some for us.
absolute favorite.
You're gonna walk tonight. We're in 3,000 stores, so we're in the Kroger chain nationwide in the Murray's Cheese Shops. We're in Ralph's on the West Coast, Harris Teeter, Fred Meyer, Mariano's in Chicago.
Yeah.
So we launched it a month ago. It's
crazy.
So we're really excited that we get to bring it to people and they can go to their local grocery store and get it.
That's amazing. And you really focus on like under $20,
Yes.
20 minutes, dinner on the table, get it there fast and cheaply.
100%. That's what we do.
But I think we first focused on the quality. And, as we did with the 9 restaurants we own, it was always about making sure we use the best ingredients possible. And our sauce is different than anything else on the shelf. We don't add sugar. We don't add preservatives. We use real chunks of garlic. We use hand-torn basil, vine-ripened tomatoes. We're not using the cheap stuff in there. And we're bringing it to you at an affordable price because we've got such great distribution now. We've been able to use the volume and bring the savings to the people at home. So on the shelf, it's $7.99.
That's about
which
right.
is comparable with all the other big name brands. In blind taste tests, we win every time.
It is really hard to find tomato sauce that doesn't have sugar in it. That's a concern for a lot of our readers too, is trying to find, that like blood sugar friendly foods and like tomato sauces. It's hard.
Well, and we want to feed our son, good, clean, wholesome food. And someone was just asking me, is this like the sauce when I go to Italy? Because when I go to Italy, I eat pasta and I don't gain weight. And I'm like, yeah, we don't put the preservatives and all the junk in there.
Right.
It's literally 5 ingredients.
Yeah.
Wow. At an affordable price. That is so great. Can you talk to me a little bit about your journey to becoming sort of sauce entrepreneurs, so to speak? Do you have any tips for anyone who's like, maybe they have a family recipe that they think that the world would love to taste also? Is there anything that you would have done differently?
Well, I think my first bit of advice is it's never too late. We brought Giuliana's mom into this, and she's 82 years old.
Your mom looks so cute.
Thank you.
I really wish she was here to meet her. She seems amazing.
Thank you.
But it's inspiring because at 82, she's now getting one of her dreams fulfilled. So I think, don't tell yourself you can't do it because of your age or, don't make excuses. Just go and do it.
I think now, with Bill and I, we never meant to get into the restaurant business. It was an opportunity that came up from a passion that I had always had for my mom. It was a dream that I wanted to realize for my mom, like having people try her incredible dishes that I grew up on and my friends grew up on. So I think like whether you're trying to start kind of small in your community and making food for people, like for neighbors or, doing it that way, or even now social media obviously is a great way to really like get your dishes out there, get your recipes out there. And that's a really good way to try something out to see if it is a potential business.
Social media leveled the playing field a little bit, so, small business owners and startups can play with the big brands because they can utilize social media to get to a nationwide audience where 20 years ago, you couldn't do that.
So it seems like the affordability of the sauce was really important for you and just ensuring that families can put dinner on the table for an affordable price and without spending too much. Do you have any advice on, obviously your son Duke's 13, your family, you're putting food on the table and you were also creating this product. Do you have any advice or tips around making dinner more affordable or any like hacks that people can do with the tomato sauce? Yeah.
I mean, I have to be honest with you. We probably have Mama DePandi's sauce, I'm not kidding you, at least 3 times a week because we're very busy people. Our son's busy too, right? He has sports after school, clubs after school. He comes home and it's like, what can I have that's quick? And instead of resorting to something that's not healthy and clean, we find that making a nice big bowl of pasta for him from fresh ingredients and it's quick and affordable is the way to go. I always say it's like you really look at our sauce and you go, and our dried pastas and you go, wow, it's 20 minutes, $20 feeds 4 people. I mean, that's unheard of these days. You can't get fast food anymore for $5 a person. You used to be able to.
Right.
And that's
you go to get an apple in the store, it's $1, more than $1.
Right. I mean, was there anything frustrating or surprising about bringing a family recipe to a national market? Or did you hit any roadblocks that you would wish that you'd done differently if you did it again?
I think, we serve this at our restaurants, the RPM restaurant chain. And to get it from restaurant quality into a jar, it took us about 1.5 years. So I think that was a little bit challenging because we didn't want people to buy this at the store and be disappointed.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we just took our time and we said, if we can't do it, we're not going to do it. Like if we can't replicate what you can have at one of the RPM restaurants in the jar, we're not going to do it. So we really took our time with it. We had to get our chefs involved, and really make sure that what you're getting is what you could get in a restaurant. And that's hard to find on a store shelf.
That's fantastic. Congrats, you guys.
Thank you.
All right. So Mama DePandi.
Yes.
Tell us, you were saying where we could find it. It's all over
Kroger
America.
stores nationwide in the Maurice cheese section, so on the perimeter. Ralph's on the West Coast, Harris Teeter, King Super in Colorado.
So basically,
Central Market's coming soon.
You buy it online also?
MamaDePandi.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So MamaDePandi.com will also have a store locator on it.
Oh, good.
So you can see the different stores. Yeah, so we're super excited.
So exciting. And then what's next for you? Do you have anything on the horizon? I guess pillows.
Oh my gosh.
My pillow will be coming out soon, and my dog sanctuary. Hopefully, all jokes aside, I would love that's like. My
so
passion
wonderful.
right now is just rescuing dogs and just encouraging people.
We are working on a pickleball game too.
And pickleball.
We are somewhat semi-pro pickleball players.
That's the hockey?
So
Yes.
All right, Giuliana and Bill, thank you so much for coming on
Thank you.
Money. It's been
Thank
so
you.
wonderful to have you.
Thank you for having us. Thanks, everyone.
bye, guys.